Greetings! Welcome to the first video, or prologue video, of this introductory course to the fundamentals of sound design. Now, without any further delay, let's start with figuring out how to install plugins in FL Studio. In this tutorial, we will be trying to install the synth plugin Vital, which will be highly used for this introductory course, so I do recommend you to download the plugin. Don't worry though, Vital is free, but if you want to, you can always support the folks at Vital by buying one of their bundles or donating to them. At the same time, this will also be your basis on downloading and installing any plugin to FL Studio itself. To install Vital, we want to first download the plugin's installer itself to their website over here. The link will also be available in the description. It is also available in the introductory book as well. Once you have downloaded the installer, you can go ahead and run it to install Vital's VST file. This will be kind of the same with any other plugins. I do want to point out that some plugin downloads may also not have an installer and just outright downloads the VST file itself. Some plugins may require another program or another plugin to work. But in the end, what you want to get is the VST file of that plugin. Once you have the VST file, you can create a folder anywhere on your PC, or in this case, Vital's installer has made a folder for us already. It should be by default on your drive C on either program files or program files times 86, and it should be named something like VST plugins. Some plugins may create a folder with a different name like VST, VST2, VST3, etc. In the end, we just need to know where it was installed. After you have installed Vital or any other plugins, we can now head on over to FL Studio. Once here, if you try to add anything on the channel rack, you'll find that Vital or the plugin you installed is not there. Why though? This is because that though we have installed the plugin, we have not made our DAW FL Studio find it yet. To do that, we will need to head on over to the options menu at the top left of FL Studio. From here, click on over to the Manage Plugins. This should open up the Plugin Manager window for FL Studio. This Plugin Manager will show all your installed plugins that is ready to use. To add a plugin, we will need FL Studio to scan the VST file first. To do that, we will need to click on this folder with a plus symbol on the left side. This will open up the Windows Shell menu, and from here, just navigate to the folder you installed the plugin, in this case, the VST plugins folder that was added in your drive C. Click on it, and then click on Select Folder. And now, you will see that the folder was added in the search path on the left side over here. Before scanning plugins, I would highly recommend that you disable rescan previously verified plugins to make scanning much faster, as well as enabling rescan plugins with errors and combine both VST and VST3 and 32 and 64-bit versions. From there, all you need to do now is to click on Find Installed Plugins and let the manager scan. Once the scan is finished, you can go ahead and close the window. Now, going back to the channel rack, you'll find that Vital, or the plugin that you installed, is still not there. You were probably thinking that you did something wrong, but no, this is normal. The plugin is installed already, but it has not shown itself yet because we have not technically placed it yet on the plugin list on the rack. To do that, we can head on over to the browser tab on the left side here on the DAW. If you do not have this, just click on this button on the top side of the DAW and it should show itself. From here, you want to find the plugin database section, or you can just go ahead and click the third option in the top part of the browser over here. This should isolate the plugin database for you. Then, we will need to right-click on the plugin database and click on Open. If something does not pop up for you when you click Open, go ahead and click on the Windows Shell menu first and then clicking Open from there. This will now open the directory folder of where your plugins are. From here, head on over to the installed folder, and now depending on the plugin you installed, either head on to Effects or Generators. TLDR, generators will be where your synths, instruments, and other plugins that you can play or make sounds with your keyboard or MIDI keyboards. On the other hand, effects are, well, your effects. These can be found in the Mixer channel and will be one of your ways to add effects to your sounds. Since Vital is a synth plugin, we'd want to go to the generators. Then from here, just go to the folder named New. Inside here, you will find all the generator plugins that you freshly installed to FL Studio. So, all you need to do now is to cut or copy these plugins. I do want to point out that some people might have enabled system information on their PCs, which creates this other file over here. From there, you will want to move these freshly installed plugins back to the plugin database folder and head on over to either Effects or Generators, depending on the plugin itself. Inside, you have two choices. You can, 1, either move/paste the files inside one of these folders over here, or 2, you can also create a new folder altogether and paste it there. This is useful for making your plugins organized and so that you can know what kind of plugins they are in any case you forgot. Once moved or pasted, you're done. You can now close the window folder and add the plugin you want in the channel rec. Now, if you still do not see plugins, you can first click on the More Plugins options on the top side of this pop-up. And from here, search the plugin itself. And if you find it, this could mean that you might have moved or pasted the wrong file that was installed in the folder. Now, if you do not see it, this means that your installation of the plugin or scan might not have been successful. If that's the case, you might want to rewind and redo your installation of the plugin you want or redo the scan. But all in all, that should be your plugins installed and accessed within FL Studio.